How do we beat Derby County? Those are the questions we're asking on this week's QPR review. And of course, QPR fans will remember the most famous goal of all time scored against Derby County. Yes, it's that Zamora goal. We're going to ask Joad and Michael and Jake and Cam for their memories of that game, and we're also asking them to review the Blackburn game. Welcome to 20 minutes of QPR chat of all things Rangers. This is where Rangers walk. Yeah, welcome back, Joad, Michael, Cam, and Jake. We're going to talk about Blackburn. We'll ask for the September Player of the Month as well. And of course, we're going to look ahead to Derby County visiting Loftus Road this Saturday. Joad, do you have fond memories of that Zamora goal?
Yeah, it's a day, I think, above every other that I can remember. The morning, waking up, going for breakfast, the whole family were there, my mum and dad, my sister. Um, yeah, and I think when we got the red card, I can remember saying to someone next to me, saying, "At least it makes it easier when we lose now that we've got 10 men." And yeah, and then the rest is history. So yeah,
Great.
the best day.
Michael, I don't know how old you were in 2014, but do you remember that hitting the back of the net?
Yeah, I was 13. I remember going back to school the following week, and I couldn't stop smiling. I remember walking from Loftus Road with my dad all the way to Wembley, and the flags on display were it was just something I'll never forget. It's the best day following QPR for me.
Absolutely. Cam, I think you must have been even younger.
Yeah, I was 8 years old that day, but I wasn't actually there, which is probably the biggest regret of me and my dad following QPR ever. So my
Oh.
mum wouldn't let us get tickets and we didn't go, but I still remember watching it.
Okay. Well, we've spoken to our Derby County fans. They don't have good memories of that game, but we will hopefully they won't have fond memories of this game either as they visit Loftus Road. Home form has been really poor, Jake. What do you put that down to?
Oh, so sorry. Well, I mean, it's more of in the middle. We've at least tried. You can't really fault us for that. I mean, even though we didn't do well against Blackburn, we've still been we've been off to a mediocre start. Not a great one, but not a bad one either. That's as much as I can put it for now.
Okay. Jared, we've asked you time and time again about home form, but this week is an opportunity, isn't it? Week for QPR though, Jared, you've got a home game against Hull, who are horrendous. We're recording this before, and then you head over to Pride Park this Saturday. This should be a week where you pick up some points, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely crucial that they've got to be targeting at least 4 points. I think one win this season, you don't want to be going into that international break halfway through October with one win on the board. It's going to be tough, I think. Though I think Hull obviously picked up points yesterday, and Derby, I think, would always hold a little grudge against us. So yeah, I'm hopeful, but I wouldn't say I'm optimistic about it.
All right then. Quick quiz for you at home. We're looking for the three players that have played for both Derby County and QPR, and we'll get these lot to give us their views on that in a second. Before we talk about Blackburn, though, let's Michael, let's review the chances that we think we're going to have away from home. What does he need to do differently, set them up differently tactically against a team that are very strong at home?
I mean, it's going to be a case of going out and playing like we did in the first 15 minutes against Blackburn. Against Blackburn. I feel like it's going to be a tough game. They have good support when playing at home. I don't. It's hard to be optimistic at the moment, but I think we've had a tough run of games. I think we've lost against two teams who are in the top three, and I think we should be getting the 3 points at Pride Park if we played like we did in the first half against Blackburn.
Cam, do you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. I think Derby obviously. I think they got robbed completely yesterday, but I think they're going to obviously hold a grudge against us, but I think we have to go into the game wanting 3 points, and we've got quality to get 3 points, so there's no reason why we can't.
All right, then let's have a look at the side you last used to beat Derby, and let's see what your views on it are. Jawad, this is 2022. There might be some players in here that you don't want to ever see in a QPR shirt again. Is this side better than the one you currently have?
No, considerably weaker. Considerably weaker. I think that must have been our 5th goalkeeper of the season, to be fair.
Oh yeah, it was.
Sanderson was a disaster, obviously playing in League One now. Odebajo playing, I think he's playing in Greece or somewhere I saw.
Yeah.
George Thomas, Cambridge, Luke Amos playing in Scotland, basically non-league football, isn't it? Dazelle on the bench at Portsmouth, I think. There's not many there that would get anywhere near the squad right now, I don't think.
So we are seeing
how poor Derby were.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We are seeing progress, aren't we? We're just not seeing results, and that social media was a little bit negative against Blackburn. Let's have a look at some of the views and get your views on what was an interesting game. Tobias Kirk says, Michael, that it's official, our honeymoon is over, or the manager's honeymoon is over, except for the second half at Luton. Our performances have been average at best and poor in general. And GPM says 1 win in 7. The manager is under pressure now. Do you agree? Is there a bit of pressure growing on Marty?
From my end, no. We've made 7 signings from abroad. They need time to adapt. We've had a tough run of fixtures. We've drawn 4, and until yesterday, we only lost 1. And the 2 teams that have beaten us, like I said, are in the top 3. So I think we just need to give them more time. I think we've got Chair to come back, and this is when Chair's back. And I know we talk about this every week, but I'm hope everyone. I think like every other QPR fan, when Chair comes back, he should hopefully find his feet, and hopefully we see a bit of form picking up.
Has he been doing community service? He's not really been injured, has he? He's been. Yeah. He must have been doing something.
Yeah, a little bit of speculation.
Fair enough. Okay, Cam, have a look at this one for us. Carl says you're in a relegation dogfight for the umpteenth season in a row. Different set of players, just making us miserable again and again and again. Cam, are you in a relegation dogfight this season?
No, that's complete rubbish. That tweet. We've got 7 new players, as we've said. They need to adapt, because I don't know how many of them played in England, let alone the Championship before. We'll be nowhere near relegation. Whether I think people have got their expectations set on the playoffs or higher this season, which I don't think that's going to happen either. But no, complete rubbish, that tweet.
I'm sure you'll all say that Varane's red card was the difference maker, but before that, you were playing well. I'll throw this up as an open debate. What was working in that game, and what was the reason you lost it? Jawad, did you kick us off?
I think Saito started well on the wing. Looked like he was being a bit more direct than he's been as well. Had a couple of chances. And again, if that Paul Smyth chance goes in, it's going to be a completely different game. And unfortunately for him, he just doesn't seem to be a player that can take a vital chance when it comes. And then after 20 minutes or so, it kind of fizzled out, and it's just so slow and predictable, I think. And then after that red card, there was only going to be one winner, I think.
Yeah, I agree. With the red card as well, it was sort of he lost control of the ball, and then I felt like he just lunged in a stupid tackle on the edge of half time. I think that just shows sort of his inexperience. But I feel like Travis's reaction to the red card is that the only reason it's a red card. He acted like he'd killed him. So there's a little bit of a debate whether that was a straight red, but yeah, I can seen him given before. So
it's a bit like the Bruno one earlier. When you give the referee a decision to make like that, then you kind of asking for it. I think it's one of those that another day would have been a yellow, but he'll learn from it. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully it comes back stronger. He had a decent half before that, so hoping come the next game when he's back, he'll be all right.
What do you reckon, Cam?
I think it was a silly tackle, but as you say, he gave the ref had no choice really with the way he lunged in, out of control. But I think Marty's come out and said that we had a game plan that he was going to bring out in the second half, and it sort of threw it all off. So who knows what would have happened? But I think that completely ruined it for me. The sending off.
Jake, who would you bring in or change for the games this week?
Well, of course, I would have to. There is a problem with with these the 4 centre mids we've got, which were Varane. No, not Varane. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring up their names without starring. Sorry if it's embarrassing.
That's okay.
That's
It's all right. Not a problem. Take your time. Michael, what would you change?
I would probably change our subs. I felt like the substitutions we made at half time impacted the game negatively. I felt like if we'd have just carried on, I know we needed to reinforce our midfield, but we needed to get a goal at the same time. So maybe I would have changed the subs that we made. But it's all relative now, isn't it? So
absolutely. All right then. On to the next one. Before we do that though, let's go back to what we asked you right at the start, which was, can you name the players that are played for both? Any takers on this?
Paul Pesca-Salido, is that one
That's
of them?
right. Yeah, that's his right. Yeah, he played for. He played for I think short spells at both Derby and QPR. Yeah. What about BZ?
Did Bobby Zamora play for?
Bobby Zamora. Yeah, he played for Derby. Yeah, he played for Derby.
I have no recollection of that one.
No, I think someone else.
And JM, harder on this one. Jamie Mackey, good shout. Well done. Yeah, Jamie Mackey, fantastic. Very good. Right, September Player of the Month then, and then we will let you disappear. Oops. There's the answers. Jake, who's your Player of the Month for September?
If I'll be honest, it's a tie between Michael Frey and Paul Nardi. Frey for the Luton goal comeback, even though we were 1-0 down at that time, or was it 1-0? I don't exactly remember. Or Nardi for the black, where I'm trying to describe it, but when Blackburn had
save.
Yeah, the 4 saves. That's what I was trying to say.
Brilliant. Thank you. One vote there, Michael.
Yeah, I agree with Jake. I think that doesn't make it very interesting, but Paul Nardi, I feel like, has been the difference in a lot of games that we played. And I feel like he gives the defence confidence to play out from the back, and I feel like that's been the real difference in some of the points we've got.
Gerard?
Yeah, I can't put forward a case for anyone else except Nardi. Really, I think out of all the signings, he's settled quickest. He's improved kind of that area of the team, and yeah, I think we would have. I think the Millwall game we would have lost without him, and yesterday could have been worse. So definitely him.
And Cam, full set.
I think for me, it's Michael Frey. He's been so good compared to what we saw back end of last season, and he's scoring as well. And look at what we'd have got without him scoring at obviously Millwall and Luton as well. So for me, it's Frey.
Okay. Thank you very much, all of you. If you've got a different one, put it in the chat below, and we will catch you all next week. Thank you so much.